don't know, maybe that's what you did initially. All right, the only reason I say that is because you got drunkard here at the end and a magician. That's why I think you channeled your power. Maybe initially, yeah, you could have ran to the bar, you could have ran to drinks, you could have ran to some type of addiction, you could have been depressed. All right, but it's like maybe you had a talk with a bartender, or maybe I don't know, you had a talk with somebody, a small talk with somebody, and you was like, you know what, I gotta cut that out. This ain't even me at all. I have to cut this out. All right, maybe you took a hard look at yourself in the mirror, and you seen this clown, or you felt like this clown, or you felt like a joke, or you just couldn't believe your life is where you're at right now, and it wasn't even anything that was on your part or anything that you did. It was the actions of somebody else. So it's like by you seeing this energy in the mirror, that's what made you want to shape your future. You know what I mean? Or tamper with whatever your presence, whatever you had going on in your reality at that moment. All right. And I think that's what forced you or forged you to channel your powers when it comes to whatever your addiction was. So maybe you did get over some type of addiction, but I don't think it was an addiction just because, oh, I love to drink. I think whatever it was, you were in some type of depression, and maybe you got addicted or you got hooked to something being depressed. Let's even say some people they get addicted to food when they're depressed. You know what I mean? But you had some type of addiction of some sort. And I think that after you had some type of conversation with somebody, whether that was at the bar, whether that was a bartender, whether that's why you were drinking or under influence, whatever the case was, somebody told you to cut something out, or you decided, you know what, I have to cut this out. I have to work things out. All right, so I don't know. You got restaurant here on the bottom with butcher. So you could have been out eating with somebody. You could have been at a bar and grill. You could work at a bar and grill. But at some given time within you eating or drinking or something, you realize this ain't the life. I have to cut this out. All right. She got hair. You got a window. Maybe you were looking out of a window. You got frame views, glass portal, or window sill. So I don't know. Maybe you just seen something from a point of view. Like I said, I think you seen your reflection. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you didn't look in the mirror. Maybe you seen your reflection and you didn't like the reflection that you seen, and that's what made you switch things up. That's what made you say, you know what? I have to get out of this. This ain't even me. You know what I mean? Like I don't know who I am right now. I don't know this person, and it's like you went and you created a new person. You didn't necessarily go and try to refine yourself. You created somebody new. All right. You got, oh, was that two cards? Oh, you had two cards that came out. Look at that one's hiding underneath. But you have forest cabin that came out, secluded retreat, cozy fireplace, remote getaway. So it's almost like I said, you've seen a reflection. You've seen something that you didn't like, and maybe that's what put you into a solitude mode. You went and you had to go, you had to be by self in order to change your life, in order to change what you had going on. You had to do what? Wake up and smell that coffee. All right, and that's exactly what you did. It's like you had to seclude yourself because you didn't like the person that you were seeing in the mirror. Maybe you felt like this clown, maybe you looked like this clown. So you had to go and you had to tamper a few different things and say, you know what, I don't like what I got going on here. I got to change something. And that's exactly what you did. You woke up, you smelled that coffee, you know what I mean? Actually, you secluded yourself, and then you woke up, you smelled that coffee, and then from then on, it was game time because you channeled your power to get over whatever this addiction that you initially started. You know what I mean? And that is so powerful, collective. That is like so powerful. Bottom of the deck, here's cinema. Yes, it's almost like your life is like a movie, you know? And it could also be saying that maybe that's a thought, maybe for you to create a movie out of your life, because people would probably be amazed at the things that you've been through, the things that you overcame, the person that you are now, where you're at now, you being extremely brave in many situations that many people may have just given up on, you know? So I don't know. I feel like your story is very important and your story is definitely should be heard by millions of people. Look at that bustling hub. I mean, that thing flew out. Yes. Your story needs to be heard and told to many people, you know, because I don't know. I just think you'd be a heck of an inspiration to other people considering everything you went through. You know, considering somebody purposely did this to you. I could understand if it was like something where it just happened because it happened. No, this was something that somebody intentionally did to you. They put you in this energy. And it's like you had to fight against all odds to get out of it. And some people do not know how powerful you have to be in order to do that. You know, it's something that's definitely not for the weak. But I feel like you channeled your power. You used that magician. You channeled your power and you did not fall into the trap of addictions. You did not fall into the trap of being a bored person or looking like a clown, feeling like a clown, being depressed. You know, no, you woke up, you smelled that coffee and said, you know what, I got to get to work. Today is the day. I got to get things done. I can no longer be in this energy. You know, you didn't like the person that you were. Like I said, I don't know, you seen some type of reflection and you didn't like what you seen. So that's what made you channel that power. All right, bottom of the deck, you got river, flowing waters, riverbank views. All right, you learn to let it flow. Who sang that? Was with Tony Braxton? Let it. I'll let her sing it. But you learn to let things flow. All right, and right through here, that was like one of the best, or well, shall I say, that was one of the best decisions you could have made. All right, and you should be proud of yourself. All right, like I said, I don't know who this person was and who, decided this would be a good idea to put you through this, or, you know what I mean, just for you to even have to deal with anything like that. But they should be ashamed of themselves, you know. And right now, they're probably slapping themselves in the face because they can't believe you're at where you're at. You know, you weren't supposed to be there. They didn't see you progressing or, you know what I mean, doing anything. You got focus, you got connect, you got it's time, and you got let it go. All right, that's what you did. You let it go. When you let it go, it was go time. All right. Once it's go time, that's when you start connecting the dots and you start seeing who was for who, what was for what, who did what, why they did what, how they did what. All right. And then you're focusing. All right. Because they're probably thinking, whoever did this, they're probably thinking, oh, you know what? They're going to get me back. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. But I think in actuality, I just think you're walking away from the situation. You know how karma works. So it's like you're going to continue to put the energy on you, instead of on them. And that's what they should learn at the beginning is that, no matter how they felt, your outcome wasn't going to change. Of course you went through all this, but this didn't do anything but build you into a bigger person. Maybe you didn't used to be brave about situations. Maybe you weren't standing up for yourself. Maybe you didn't know what it meant to channel your powers. You know what I mean? Maybe you didn't know any of that stuff, but by you being in a situation, you didn't have a choice but to learn it. All right. So now you're like, you're going to connect with many other people that may have been on your route. Remember you had sentimentals on the bottom of the deck. I just think your story needs to be told to other people. Other people need to hear your story to embrace it. You know, bottom of the deck here, you got expand. I'm just saying. All right. Other people need to hear your story. You would probably inspire hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of people. You'd probably be surprised the amount of people that probably dealt with the same exact thing you dealt with. You know? And it's amazing when, a lot of people come together, you know what I mean? And it's like actually shocking because you can't believe that, somebody else was going through the same exact thing you were going through at the same exact time. Here you are thinking you're all alone, and you're going through this thing by yourself. And actually, there's millions of other people that have gone through the situation. So it's definitely a thought for you to once again channel that power, and find a way to be able to express the things that you went through, expand your vicinity right now, but be able to share your story with other people. And if you're not sharing it with other people, be sure to jot it down. I don't know, because this is an important milestone for you, and I really think you should be proud of yourself. All right, this is one of those appreciation tokens. We was talking about the small appreciative things. Say thank you to yourself. Okay, maybe yourself needs some type of appreciation. Maybe that's something, I don't know, you haven't done in a while. Self, I thank you for doing this and doing that, for being real, for being authentic. Forget me through certain situations, certain trials, tribulations, obstacles, challenges. I'm just saying, don't forget to thank yourself in that mirror also. All right. Well, let's go ahead and sum up your reading here and let's get you a motivational quote or two. It's pretty much just going to sum up everything we talked about today. All right. Your motivational messages for today are: whatever you have been putting off, don't procrastinate any longer. Tackle that long overdue project. You will feel better once you begin. Start with one thing at a time. Thoughts and ideas not acted upon are just lying in wait, and you can do this. All right. So if you have been putting something off, which I think it is, I don't know. I think a part of me wants to say that there is something that you want to put out into the world, you know, considering everything you've been through, but a part of you is just a bit hesitant, because maybe it's something that you wanted to walk away from or something you didn't want to, really go back through, so it's maybe there's something that you're a bit hesitant about, and maybe it might be your story, but I feel like whatever it is, you make the decision that's best for you. Don't sit here and procrastinate on it any longer. All right. If you feel like it's the best decision is for you, then make that decision. All right. Don't wait on anybody else and don't make moves because somebody else suggested that it'd be a good idea. All right. Your next message: never allow yourself to be taken for granted. It is better to remove yourself from the situation than to be treated less than you deserve. You are precious. You are worthy. And that's exactly what you did. You removed yourself from a situation that you did not feel as if you were being treated with respect. You removed yourself from a situation that you were being disrespected, or you just, you felt as if somebody was taking you for granted. You removed yourself from that situation. That's exactly what you did. And that was like probably one of the best moves you could have honestly made for your life. I'm just saying. All right. Your message here on the bottom of the deck: where you are right now is where you are supposed to be. Don't compare yourself to others. That only adds pressure. Take each day as it comes and for what it is. You are a better person than you were yesterday. Growth isn't easy, but you've got this. And you do got this. I mean, if you can't see on this board that you got this, then I don't know how many other times somebody else got to tell you that you got this. All right. I just think you would definitely be like the best spokesperson to help other people. You would probably be very surprised when other people are dealing with the same situation you're dealing with, honey. All right. So it's definitely a thought to, even if it's writing a book, it could be an anonymous book, whether it's, like I said, creating a movie, creating short stories, creating a post on Facebook or just on a, social media platform. I don't know what it is. I just know there's something that you're supposed to put out here, something that has to do with your story. And I feel like whatever it is, it can most definitely help other people. All right. All right, so that is your guided motivational message for the day. If you are feeling the vibes, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button to always be notified of those future episodes. Also, be sure to tune back in here with me tomorrow morning to get your daily dose of motivation. In the meantime, in between time, keep it up, baby. Keep it up. All right, keep channeling those powers. Keep knocking over those swindlers. You gotta knock that card over. Keep knocking over those swindlers. All right, keep knocking them down, and at the end of the day, stay focused on you and your dreams. All right. Yeah, you went through a very tough time here. Yeah, somebody definitely, wanted to make things rough for you. But at the end of the day, you learned, you grew, and you're continuing to excel from it. All right. What you did is you did not allow the small challenges or the challenge that somebody thought was a huge challenge, but you did not let that stop you. You actually used that as a stepping stool to get where you need it to go. All right. So make sure before your day is over, you look yourself in the mirror and you thank yourself for everything that you've been through. All right. Be appreciative to yourself as well. All right. All right. That's you got a message. Be sure to have an awesome day, and I'll be sure to motivate you later.